Good evening, everyone. I'm Reverend John Morehouse, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this Christmas Eve no rehearsal pageant, which isn't quite the same thing as improv theater, but it's pretty close. Unitarian Universalists affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of all persons, the power of love to change ourselves, others, and our society, an open heart and mind to truth and meaning, whatever the source, and our interdependence with all humanity and the planet. And we invite you to learn more about us, and we hope you will join us again during Sunday morning services, which are held at 10 a.m. each week. But thank you for joining us this evening. Please silence your electronic devices and join me in reciting the mission statement. Together, we transform lives through love, service, and our welcoming faith.
If you see a rogue tiger prowling around, don't be alarmed. It's just Betsy in a costume. Christmas proclaims its ancient enduring summons of peace on earth, goodwill to all people everywhere. You can't stop a day like that with a little hardship or greed or injustice. It will show up anyway, shining the light of a midnight star into the darkest places of our collective lives. Do not underestimate the power of the manger and the hope it holds. The Christmas song of the angels is not as innocent as it sounds. It has turned the world upside down before now, and it still can. Are you going to come up for this? Okay.
Each week we come together to worship, and we take time to offer our financial gifts to our church. Members of our congregation know that each month we select a different charity to receive half of our cash donation. This evening, instead of asking you to make a gift to support strangers in need, we ask you to support your immediate neighbors in this congregation. Today's offering will go to the Minister's Discretionary Fund, which is used to assist church members who are experiencing financial hardship. This fund is also used to create new ministry initiatives and help our members attend denominational training events. If you're struggling and need assistance, your minister wants to know. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on confidentially and respectfully. The gifts we offer tonight make possible this important pastoral ministry for our church, and thank you in advance for your kindness and generosity. We'll now have the offering gratefully received. Let us say together the affirmation of gratitude which you have on the screen. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for all our gifts, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others.
On this night, in churches and homes and other places all over the world, the story of a baby's birth is read aloud. It is the story of Jesus' birth as told in the books of Luke and Matthew from the New Testament, the Nativity story. Today, some of you will take part in the story and help us to see and experience this familiar story as a living story, a story we all can be a part of. Some of you came a little early today and were given parts to play in the story. We have some animals for the barn, some shepherds and sheep, and we will also need some angels. I know we already have a few angels, but angels are often unexpected. So if you weren't expecting to have to arrive early to get a part, or if the unexpected happened and you weren't able to get here early even though you meant to, or you just didn't know that this was an option, listen for the part of the story where I ask for volunteers to be angels and raise your hand. We've had some help from our costume elves, who are Day Sarah's Borchelt. Day, do you want to stand up? And Sarah Kokis. Sarah, where are you? They've helped folks get costumes, and they will help our extra angels get costumes when that time comes. If you are taking part in this story, our stage managers, who are Graham Kokis, who I think is in the back, maybe? Where'd he go? Maybe he went to stage manage something. And Tracy Simpson, who's up here, will show you where to stand in the sanctuary when the time comes, and I call you forward. As I read the story, listen carefully for directions about what to do. For example, I might say, act terrified, or amazed. Make haste. That means move quickly. Or kneel down. And so, also the other thing is Tracy and Graham will have the microphone. If you have a speaking line, they will hand you the microphone so you can talk. And so we begin. Our story is an ancient one, yet we ask you to listen and watch as if you are hearing it and seeing it for the first time before myth was mistaken for history. Hear the quiet story of a peaceful birth, the story of a humble carpenter and his gentle wife, shepherds in the starlit fields, animals near a manger, the story of the deep human and natural longing for peace. Imagine that you are seeing for the first time a story that questions the assumption that power resides in armies and armadas and magic swords and sacks of gold. Prepare your heart to understand the message this story holds out of the strong, transforming power of love. Let's sing together, Rise as You're Willing and Able, Joy to the World. Now it's Christmas. Once upon a time and far away, the fierce and strong armies of Rome conquered the world. And the head of the Roman armies, Caesar Augustus, decided to have all the people in his empire counted and registered. And so it was decreed by Caesar.
Go to the city or town where they were born to be counted and registered.
some people, that meant a long journey. Joseph, a carpenter, and his soon-to-be wife, Mary, had to travel all the way from the town of Nazareth, where they lived, otherwise known as the McGinnis Room, to Bethlehem, where Joseph's family had lived when he was born. This meant a journey of 4 days. They knew the journey would be slow and difficult because Mary was expecting a baby very soon. It would be uncomfortable both walking and riding on the donkey. They started on their journey traveling by day and sometimes through the dark nights, which were lit only by bright stars. So if you are a star, please come forward and stand over there near the piano. Kat, I think you're an angel, but you can be up there if you want to. So you guys should wait down there because you're not there yet. You're arriving in Bethlehem. Okay. Let us rise and sing O Little Town of Bethlehem together. When Mary and Joseph got to Bethlehem, they were very tired. The home of the relatives with whom they were to stay was filled to bursting, and there were no guest rooms left anywhere. Joseph could not find them any place to stay. At last, their host, do we have a host? Who's the host? Okay. Do you have your line? Okay. Over there. Their host said,
You can sleep in the room with the animals. You should be cozy there.
Mary and Joseph agreed. There were some animals in the house. Animals, please come forward, except if you're a sheep. No sheep, other animals. And you can come right up here, sort of around the front, near the chairs, but not right next to them. We have a chicken and a tiger cat. Somebody else doing something. Okay. Oh, and we've got a... Toby, what are you? Okay. He's something with a beak. Yes. Okay, come on up, animals. And And Mary and Joseph can go into this stage. That's for Mary and Joseph. Mary and Joseph can come up here. Tobes, are you coming up? Okay. Yes. So if you're an animal, I suggest sitting down because you're going to be up there for a while. The animals welcomed the presence of Mary and Joseph into their cozy home. Perhaps they knew even before Mary did that the time had come for Mary's baby to be born. Mary's baby is coming. Mary gave birth peacefully to her firstborn child in a simple home, surrounded by animals and with love and support from her partner, Joseph. She wrapped the baby in swaddling clothes, a diaper and a blanket, and laid him in a manger because the hay was sweet-smelling and soft while she rested and cleaned herself. Birth is often messy. And I imagine that then she picked him back up, nursed him if he needed to, walked him if he needed to, and gazed at her new baby in awe. I invite you to sing with me, Jesus, our brother. That night, in the hills around Bethlehem, there were shepherds out in the field keeping watch over their flock of sheep. And suddenly there was a bright light all about them, and lo, the angel of the Lord appeared to them. And this angel was truly magnificent. I think we need some sheep, too. Do we need some sheep? Where are the sheep? Okay, the sheep are coming. But the angel said to them, do you have the microphone? Who's got the microphone? She's got it, it's coming. We didn't have microphones in this actual story, but we need them here. The angel said to them,
"Fear not, for I bring you tidings of great joy for all people. On this day in Bethlehem there is born a child, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign to you. You will find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger."
We need lots of angels, so this is the opportunity for anyone who has not yet participated in our nativity play but would like to raise your hands and meet Sarah and Day at the back, and they will fit you out with an angel costume. And adults are welcome to be angels too. You do not have to be a child to be an angel. So if you would like to be an angel, head to the back. Let's sing, while they get their angel costumes on, let's sing It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Rise as you're able. Come on up, angels. You need to be over here. They are so beautiful, these angels, and sparkly. And the angels were saying, so angels, you're going to repeat after me. I'll say the line and you say it back to me, okay? Glory to God in the highest heaven. And on earth, peace and goodwill to all people. And the shepherds said to one another, does the shepherd have the microphone? Okay.
Let us now go to Bethlehem, where this thing may come to pass.
So the shepherds went with haste, quickly, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe with the manger, just as the angels had said it would be. So you guys are going to come up here and sort of fill in the front here, And when the shepherds saw this, they told everyone what the angel had said to them about this newborn child. And everyone who heard their story was amazed at what the shepherds had told them. You can sit down on the steps. That might be more comfortable, huh? But Mary treasured all these words and pondered them in her heart. And so the shepherds and sheep knelt around the manger. So I'm going to say, instead of kneeling facing the baby with all our germs, let's sit down on the steps there. Shepherds and angels. Go ahead. Okay. Praising God for all the wonders they had heard and seen. Now, if you're a wise person, you now need to be at the back of the sanctuary. Just saying. Just a hint as to where we're going. Or a tiger. Tigers also apparently need to be at the back of the sanctuary. Now, around this same time, 3 wise people from a country to the east noticed a new star in the sky, one they had not seen before. They knew of a prophecy about a star and a child being born, so they followed the star, and it led them to the country of Jerusalem. Let's sing We Three Kings of Orientar. wise people asked the king there,
"Where is the child that has been born King of the Jews? We have come to bring him gifts."
The king told them to go to Bethlehem, and so they followed the star further, and finally it came to rest over the home where Mary and Joseph's new baby, Jesus, lay resting. Full of joy, the wise people entered the home and saw baby Jesus with his mother, and they knelt down before him. Then, opening their treasure chests, they presented to him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. Let us sing on this day everywhere. And this is the end of the story of Jesus' birth, but not the end of the story of how that birth changed, and his life and his death changed our entire world. All is calm here, although it's definitely not silent. Each night a child is born is a holy night, because it is the beginning of a new story, a new life that may change the entire world in ways we cannot even imagine. There is love and mystery and wonder in what we see and hear and feel tonight as we tell the story of a baby's peaceful birth. Let us celebrate this story that we've told together by singing Silent Night together while our characters light their candles.
the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, the work of Christmas truly begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the people, and to make music in the heart. So may it be, and amen, and Merry Christmas. Thank you all.